Shit. Okay. Wow. All right. Welcome to the Wrestling Pod. I'm your host, Carlito Santiago, and today we're here to talk about what went down on Monday Night Raw. Pull up the thing here. Obafemi responds to Brock Lesnar's attack. So 1 week after Brock Lesnar made a shocking return and attacked Obafemi, downing him with multiple F5s and setting up a WrestleMania rematch at Sunday's Clash in Italy, Paul Heyman kicked off Raw by hyping a match that does not need it. He threw to a pre-taped promo from Lesnar, who vowed that Femi's win at Las Vegas would cost him more than he could ever imagine, before conceding he was humbled at WrestleMania. Heyman claimed Femi has awakened the beast incarnate, but before he could finish his sentence, the Rula's music cut him off. The former NXT champion entered the ring, backed Heyman into a corner, and issued some words of warning, claiming Sunday's match will be the final chapter. He signed the contract and finished by telling the wise man to deliver a message to Lesnar for him. At WrestleMania, he was fighting to beat him. Sunday, he's fighting to kill the beast. Greater than NA, and I think it's perfectly set up. Obafemi and Brock Lesnar, they have two options here. They can pass the torch now here. They can make Femi be the end-all, be-all, as you should say, or as you would say. Or they could give it to Lesnar and set up a crowning match somewhere down the line, maybe at Night of Champions. Because remember, eventually you want SummerSlam to be the Brock Lesnar-Gunther Cinderella story put away. You know, Brock Lesnar retiring in Minnesota. So, also, phenomenal segment overall with an excellent verbal performance from Femi. Keep putting him on the mic. He's great on it. We had our Intercontinental Championship match, which honestly I need to change the grade for this because this was fucking great. Evans started Monday's IC title match fast, looking for an OG cutter, but Penta caught him midair. The two exchanged encounters and reversals, but the challenger launched himself over the top rope and onto the champion. Penta regained control, and with a super kick that caught Evans in midair, when the young OG looked to be fighting back, he caught him soaring out of the ring and sent him back first into the commentary table. Ooh. He also had a little moment there, of course, shaking the hand, signing a show of respect, and doing the smooth operator walk, you know. Anyway, back from the break, a recovered Evans delivered a Usaku knee, then added an OG cutter, but the fanatic challenger could only keep his opponent down for two. Near falls were exchanged down the stretch until Evans delivered a big top rope hurricanrana and tried for the OG cutter. Penta countered with a super kick. When the champion tried for a Mexican destroy, Evans caught him with a knee, then tried for his finisher again. Penta countered with a backstabber and added a flipping pile driver for the win. So I want to boast this match up to a minus, just because this match was fucking great. This was a great way to, first match to start off Monday Night Raw. It was just phenomenal. Also, we have also learned that Logan Paul will be missing months of action after suffering a torn tricep, or actually torn triceps, with S being at the end, against the Street Profits. Heyman informed Theory that he will continue to defend the tag team titles with Breakker as a result of a clause he put in with all division contracts. Theory responded by vowing to take out the man who hurt his partner. Now, vowed to take out the men who took out his partner. And we're going to start with Joe Hendry. Are we? Because that's exactly what happened. As Joe Hendry cooned to fire Logan Paul, Austin Theory attacked him with a steel chair. He beat the former NXT champion down and concluded his vicious assault with another chair shot, this time to the head and neck, as he was in the ring post. Backstage, Seth Rollins tried to talk some sense into Angelo Dawkins of the Street Profits, encouraging him to work with the Architect to take out the Vision while it is at its weakest. Montez Ford interrupted, and the tensions between him and Rollins reared their head again, to a match between the two made for later in the show. So, I guess you could say graded an A. Based on what Bleacher Report says, The beatdown with Theory was short and sweet. It was not overthought, nor was it overbooked. The tag team champion did exactly as he promised. Heyman got heat of his own and took out a popular babyface with whom the Vision is already feuding. Good, effective stuff. Not beating him next week will be key, and this will be rendering meaningless. Or this will be rendering meaningless, which is true. So yeah, grade an A. And yeah, let's just keep the party rolling. I mean, I got nothing wrong with this. I got something wrong with this, though. Overbooking, lazy booking. In the words of Jim Cornette, Bayley and Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne and Raquel Rodriguez. The rivalry between the Judgment Day and the duo of Bayley and Lyra Valkyria wrote its latest chapter Monday night when the two teams once again clashed. Perez and Rodriguez jumped their opponents before the bell, and despite momentary onslaught by the Bayfaces, sustained control of the match when Big Mommy Cool delivered a crossbody block that wiped them both out. Several minutes of heel control gave way to Valkyria, creating separation and making the hot tag to Bayley, who exploded into the ring and unloaded on the heels. As the action broke down, Liv Morgan was ejected from ringside for the second consecutive week, and her title reign has been dog shit. And again, you guys seeing me now? You guys hearing me out now, right? Huh? Maybe putting the title on Liv Morgan was a bad fucking decision. You think? I'm still pissed. Like, this is some bullshit. Like, this is how we're doing it. This is what we're doing with the women's world champion, aren't we? We're ejecting her 2 weeks in a row from ringside. Dominic attempted to interfere on behalf of the heels late in the match by sliding the... What? By sliding the Intercontinental... No, I think you mean the Mega Championship, don't you? Right? Yeah. Dominic attempted to interfere on behalf of the heels late in the match by sliding the Mega Championship to Perez. A tug-of-war led to the title colliding with Dominic, and Bayley capitalized with a roll-up of the Prodigy for the victory. Repetitive booking. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. At this point, I'm gonna start knocking down grades for repetitive, continuous bullshit. Okay, so we're gonna keep this as C+, but next week do something else. Build up your women's division, WWE, because you ain't got no competition in AEW. I'm sorry, but you might. Ladies and gentlemen, the return of L.A. Knight. Oh yeah. L.A. Knight hit the ring for an in-ring promo. He drew his typical enormous reaction before addressing a few things, including the start of the King of the Ring tournament next week. He entered his name in the mix and said that if he wins, he would immediately target Roman Reigns. Where does that leave me with the Usos? Well, Jimmy interrupted the promo and said he has a lot of respect for Knight and claimed that if the megastar wins the King of the Ring, he will get a fair shot at Reigns. Knight took issue with the way that the Usos have done things lately and suggested that Jimmy is allowing himself to become OTC's errand boy again. Uso threatened to make his family's business Knight's business if he is not careful. The babyface balked at the threat and told him he'll put the family business out of business if the bloodline is not careful. Great back and forth stuff. I like it. I fucking like it. Rusev took exception to Rey Mysterio receiving an Intercontinental Championship match against Penta, so the Hall of Famer said, you know what? Book a match tonight. I want to take on Rusev. Fuck it. I want to see this King of the Ring tournament fucking, because they might conclude this shit at Night of Champions. I want to see this King of the Ring tournament shit. Bring it. Let's see it. Anyway, Seth Rollins took on Montez Ford. The product of another tense competition backstage, Rollins and Ford squared off in singles competition tonight. A back and forth match early sustained that energy coming out of the commercial break, with neither man being able to gain the consistent upper hand. Counters and reversals, a series of trade near falls, and a pedigree from Rollins that only kept Montez down for 2 ensued. The former world champion again pleaded his case to his opponent, who answered with a slap to the face. Rollins responded to the defiant with a pair of buckle bombs, only to be sent to the floor with a hurricanrana. Ford's trademark tope over the ring post followed, as did a frog splash, but he couldn't keep the architect down. The tag team specialist threw caution to the wind one last time for a 450 splash attempt, but he missed, allowing Rollins to pick up the win with a devastating stomp. Rollins beat Ford in what could be considered a classic WWE match between Rollins and Montez Ford, which is highly disregarded as being probably another great fucking match on the show. People will look at it, will go on to say the Intercontinental Championship match between Penta and Javon Evans was something worth watching. But if there's anything else on this show that's probably worth watching, I would say Montez Ford and Seth Rollins is a good matchup. Rey Mysterio took on Rusev. Ford interrupted Rollins and the fucking Adam Pierce. Before the night's next match, Ford interrupted Rollins and Adam Pierce, and finally agreed with the Architect that they need to be united against the Vision. In the arena, All Ego Ethan Page joined Corey Graves and Michael Cole in commentary as Rusev and Penta squared off, which is interesting because All Ego lost Saturday Night Main Event, and now he's here cheering on Rusev. I don't fucking know. So, the Bulgarian Brute controlled the action, overwhelming the Hall of Famer with his size, strength, and fury as he whipped him into the barricade ahead of the commercial break. A springboard into a Bulldog threatened a Mysterio comeback, but Rusev cut him off with a Reigns-Fatu. A Machka kick also failed to put the luchador away. The heel caught Mysterio in a 619 attempt, but the masked competitor answered with a quick roll-up for the win. After the match, Rusev attempted to attack, only for Dragon Lee to make the save and fend off the heels. He stood tall with Mysterio. Mind you, Ethan Page probably got involved, so. Yeah, wow. We have a sort of talented mid-card, I guess you could say. If any. It's fucking ridiculous. Great to be. So what? Now we have our Tribal Combat contract signing. Fatu wasted no time, put a pen to paper, just like he's about to put boot to ass on Sunday. He then showcased the unpredictability and chaos that follows him by tossing the two office chairs and table at security around the ringside area. Reigns made his way to the ring, signed the dotted line, and ordered Pierce and security from the square circle so he could address his cousin. The OTC predictably claimed that he would make Fatu acknowledge him. The top contender admitted that Reigns is the reason the bloodline is living as well as it is now, but called into question whether the tribal chief did things honorably at Backlash, reminding him that he used the exposed turnbuckle to pick up a tainted win. Reigns reminded the world of the consequences. If Reigns loses, he will acknowledge Fatu. If not, the Samoan werewolf has to serve the head of the table. So now the stakes are getting high. So now it means Giga Fatu has to join the team? Shit. That's, yeah, Roman's retaining. Graded a B-, and again, it's a contract signing. You're ending the show with a contract signing, not with any action. So the last match we're going to remember is Rey Mysterio beating fucking Rusev. There was no clash. There was no nothing, no Tonkin death grip. So, what was the final grade? Well, this was a strong show ahead of the clash in Italy. The opening and closing segments put over the brand's most prominent contributions to the show. While the unfortunate and undisclosed injury suffered by Sol Ruca kept her from a go-home segment with Becky Lynch. Oh, so they're not doing that match. We got to check that out. Actually, give me one. I'm going to stop sharing for a minute. Is that true? Because I need to see what the clash in Italy is looking like. Because now we have to... Okay, I mean, as far as it says, is that Becky Lynch and Sol Ruca are going to have an Intercontinental title match. Now, even though it discreetly says on Raw, you guys saw it, I'm going to share it again, so you guys can see. Go all the way down. It says right here, while the unfortunate and undisclosed injury suffered by Sol Ruca kept her from a go-home segment with Becky Lynch. That's interesting. I wonder what it is. So who knows if they'll have the match. That means they're going to have to replace it with a women's match on SmackDown. There's only 5 matches for the show, so what the fuck are we doing? I don't know. The in-ring action was excellent. Rollins and Ford, Penta and Evans, and Rusev and Mysterio all have strong outings. Rollins, these 4. Rollins, Ford, Penta, and Evans shined tonight. So kudos to them for shining on Monday Night Raw. The women's tag team match was fine and hinted at a potential showdown between Bayley and Liv Morgan over the world champion. Sure, I guess, whatever. Fucking Liv Morgan at this point is fucking useless. Now, add in some aggression from Theory and the latest tease of Maxine Dupree aligning with the Vision in another quick backstage vignette, and you have a winning broadcast. So, grade a B+. Remember the change of grade, so it's still a B+ to me. Kind of evens out. But not if this is... even though they confirmed this from Saturday Night Main Event. If this is the case, right, if Silver is injured, then she can't perform at the fucking event. So why even have the match scheduled? I don't know. When we get to my predictions, I'm just going to make a prediction for this match, and I already have it. I have it pretty well. But grade a B+ overall show. Now let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe, drop a like, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss a stream. As always, and you know it, I will be back on Thursday to give you the predictions for Clash in Italy. And then I will be reviewing it on the Monday. Oh yeah, I will be reviewing it on the Monday after, because it's Sunday, I believe. Yeah, Sunday. So I will be reviewing it on Monday. And I will see you guys. I'll see you guys Thursday. I'll see you guys Saturday. And I'll see you guys Monday. Peace.